Hey everybody, welcome back to Japan. This is our last leg. Today we are flying from Hachijojima Island, from the town of Hachijo, off the east coast of the main islands of Japan. We're heading northwards, and I'll show you where we're headed. We're heading up to the northern island of Hokkaido, and we're going up to the airport up here, which is called Kushiro. Now we're actually going to do some VOR tracking, so we're going to fly over here. We'll come up the east coast. We'll overfly Tokyo, probably go by Mount Fuji, up again this way, cross over the sea here, and then over to our destination. So it should be a good flight. It's a long flight. It's over 630 miles. Probably about 650 by the time you put in the little jogs as we do the VORs. So it's going to be a long time in the air, so we better get started. Let's hop right into the airplane. Alright, so we'll get this thing up and running. First thing we'll do is put the fuel over to both. Get rid of that for a second. So the batteries...
System test. Okay.
Thank you. Batteries can come on. It's all looking good. We'll put the mixture up into full rich. We don't need the fuel boost pumps. We'll throw the beacon on. Take a look around. Where's Fred? Fred's over there. Alright, so let's start the left engine. Let's make sure the parking brake is set. Yep, parking brake is set. Alright, starting right engine. Right engine is running. And let's see what we've got here. Yeah, I got you shut off. That's good. And starting left engine. So both engines up and running, so the alternators can come on, the avionics can come on, the pitot heat can come on. We're going to adjust this to that. Get rid of the map insert. Our transponder, we're on 7,000. That is fine. We'll turn you to altitude mode. PDF is set. Come on, that's what we want. And we want PDF wind option 3. So it's saying winds are out of the west at 1 knot. Yeah, there's not a lot of wind here. Just going to restart the WeatherForce to get the weather in. Didn't kick in for some reason. Should be cloudy, or partially cloudy anyway. So today we're going to be going up to about again 7,500 feet. We'll set her up in the cruise, and we'll be following the flight path. That will be laid out, as you can see. We're kind of heading up that way, and our total distance. Distance to destination doesn't show, just the next waypoint. Alright, so there's the weather. So it looks like we might have a little bit of rain, but we should be fine. So let's get the lights up and going. We'll turn on the nav light and the taxi. We'll throw the panel lights on too, just in case it gets dark again as we get moving. So we'll head out. We'll take off to the I'm just looking at the weather. It's showing wind out of the north, so we'll take off to the north. There's a little bit of rain coming down now. So it could be another interesting flight. We will see. Let's stop. Do we gotta... Yeah, we don't actually have a real taxiway here. So we're just gonna have to backtrack. All right. I can do that. All right, as we head out onto the runway lights, landing lights, strobe lights, and we'll turn off the taxi lights. We'll go for the first notch of flaps as we head down to the end of the runway. So we're all set and ready to go when we get there. Yeah, it could be an interesting flight. Our way in here the other day, we had some pretty wicked rain showers and cloud formations. Made it really interesting. All right, let's slow her down. Turn her around. Oh, looks like the rain's moving in over that end of the runway. All right. Time to go. Airspeed's alive. 40 knots. $70 knots, easing back. Alright, we're airborne. Gear is coming up. And flaps are coming up. There's the water. Let's go back on the power a bit. We'll head to the north. A nice rainbow there. We're going to avoid that mountain. We're going to head up to 7,500. Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one with those rain showers again. Vertical speed mode. Take it to about 1,000 feet per minute. Come back a little bit on the props. 2,500. About 23 inches of manifold pressure. That should keep us at a decent speed. Alright, and we'll go to nav mode. So our next beacon we're picking up here is NRE, or the VOR. It's 157 miles away. And like I said, this is about a 650 mile trip. So it could get rather interesting. And there is a lot of water out here for the first part, and then we'll be over land and we'll see what we can see when we get there. So sit back, enjoy the flight, and we will see you shortly. Alright, we're descending down through 3,300 feet. We've come down over Hokkaido. We passed the mountains there, as you saw, and now we're just heading out over the water to make our approach into runway 35 at Kushiro. A little bit of cloud still kicking around. The airport elevation is about 300 feet. I think 311, so we should be alright. We're just descending down now. About to pass through 3,000 feet. And we'll keep her going. The airport's over here. It's right outside the city on the, I guess, the southwestern edge of the city. About 15 miles out now. We're slowly descending down to circuit height. We're going to come in on the base leg, just make the left turn and do our approach. So it's been a good flight. Had some clouds, had a little bit of icing. Saw some rainbows. Saw the mountains. But, you know, overall Japan's looking pretty good. There's been some very interesting terrain, and it's looked really neat. We'll take a look at the airport once we're down as well. But it's a good improvement. So hopefully as we do each region, we'll do some flights around and do a series of flights and take a look at how they've improved things. This was a good one as well because they've introduced these new airports, so it's good to get out there and fly to them. Let's see, we're 14 miles out. Just see lights over there, so there's the airport over there. Just turn a little bit more towards it. Trying to avoid these hills and everything, and since we're coming in runway 35, which is over the water, we'll head in that way. It's a little bit windy. We got a 20 knot tailwind at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what that is down closer to the ground. You can see the white caps down there on the water, and it seems to have clouded over again. We've been in and out of the clouds for most of the trip. My apologies for the limited, or depending how I edit this, non-existent external views. For some reason, when I go into the drone camera mode outside, the control bindings are doing some weird things, turning the autopilot off and causing the airplane to roll abruptly. So I've had to stick with the ones indoors for now. We're going to descend to 1,300 feet, and we will, or 1,400, and we'll hold there for the approach into the runway. We're going to just make out the airport over there. Slowed our descent down a little bit. So we've now flown 655 nautical miles. We started up the engines 3 hours and 45 minutes ago. And we've used about half the fuel load on the airplane. So I think we could actually fly from one end of the main islands to the other in this airplane. It's got some good range. Easily do 1,000 miles, no problems. Do a final run through check. Everything is good. Landing lights are on, strobes are on, all the heat is off. It's 3 degrees out, we'll be fine. Feet. Alright, let's start heading around. I think 348 is the heading there for the runway. So once we get around, we'll take control. Put the props fully forward, the mixture fully forward. Yeah, we overshot a little bit. That's fine. So we'll go fully forward on the mixture, fully forward on the props. And we'll take control. We'll get ourselves lined up again. Now there is a note on the approach chart or the airport chart that they take 7 777s in here, which I found a little interesting. You wouldn't think they'd be flying aircraft that big into here, but apparently they do. back, get ready for the landing. Alright, first notch of flap. Second notch of flap. And down goes the gear. Again, we want to trim for about 80. Try to hold altitude for a little bit longer. Sort of see the lights down there. We're reds, but we're holding altitude, so they should go to white shortly. Can I have track IR off today? So gears down. Yep. All right, there we go. So we're a little bit low, but we're going to ease our descent rate a little bit. There we go. I'm going to get back on course. Aiming for the touchdown zone there. A little high.
500.
Let's watch the sink rate. Wind's almost straight down at 4 knots. Go. Ease it in the flare. And we are down. Very nicely done. Off. All right. Let's briefly stop here for a second. Okay, let's go down here. We'll go taxi light on, those will come off, those will come off, flaps will go up. And we're parking, we're in the kind of the first parking spots over there, near where the fire trucks are. See an airliner sitting, oh, it's like Delta Airlines sitting there. going to be parking just over in here, kind of like 2 parking spots for general aviation airplanes. And then there's about 5 gates, as you can see there. And I can see the crew waiting. Alright, so we'll come up a little bit. And we'll turn here. Anyone steering me in at all? Yes, no, maybe? Alright. Well, you guys can tow me wherever you want me. Alright, here we are. So, let's shut her down. Get these off. Mags off. And we will shut all you down. So let's head outside and take a look at what we can. Which might not be much since I am not getting a view. So let me fix that and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I had to restart it just so we could take a look at the airport, and it stuck me up at the other end. But that is fine. If we go take a look around the airport here, you can see there's some maintenance facilities, some of the equipment. There's the lights off in the distance for the runway. If we come around here, there's the terminal, Kushiro Airport. Looks like they got 3 bridges. And then there's kind of an executive loading area over here. The other end, it said it was a cargo area. There's fire services. You got your tower. And your parking lot out the back. There's the countryside with the water we came in over. And the mountainous terrain further inland. If we go down and see what the entrance way looks like. There we go. The buses, the taxiways, the drive-in. That looks pretty good. So we're going to end our tour of Japan here. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit subscribe. Throw a like on it, throw a comment down below, and I'm going to do this as they update each region. We'll take a look and see what we can do to kind of showcase it a little bit. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye for now.